Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, so should we begin? Or should we wait for some time?
Uh, Still people are coming?
Right now it's being recorded, so I guess we can start off, and if there's
Okay.
anything they can get something from the previous one. So welcome back to the fourth session of the game development workshop, and welcome to the participants and sir. And yeah, so we'll take over from here.
Yeah, thank you. Hi guys, welcome back. Let me So today we have implemented the defined character what NIT has given us. This character is available in the starter asset, and the remaining things like collision part, animation, opening the door, when you're hitting any collectible functionality we added, and even we have UI system we have implemented. What happened to this? Yeah, it will be there. So, okay. So here is my score, and let me play this once again. We added a collider here, so it will open the door. The basic player movements, what I'm showing right now here, running, walking, jumping. Each character will have a number of animations. We'll look into even animation component. Okay. So today what we'll do means we'll add an AI system into this. This is a simple concept actually. We'll add AI system, and add even I'm collecting something like see, and I collected some points here. The score what you see, directly you are incrementing there. You can't see that effect, particle points collecting, which is going and adding in the UI system. So see, when you're playing any games, you saw that effects, right? Collecting the coins, that, whatever they show the particles, coin particles, and they will spawn and they will direct and they will move towards the coins where we have and will add here. So that effect we require. How to achieve that effect in Unity actually. Before that, here we have. So let's see that one. I have a particle effect, nothing but particle system. Let me see where I added that one. Okay, I have a particle effect here. So when you look at this particle effect, let's see here. Okay, here. Or let me add here. So whenever I'm collecting this one, okay. Okay, here. So when I'm collecting this one, I will run this particle system. So what is the use of this particle system? See what kind of effect it will run. Simply it will show you, it will spawn coins. Okay. So when you're collecting this object, you will get this many, like, 5 coins, 5 gold coins, or whatever it is. When collecting this one, you can see this effect. Okay. So now when you are collecting this one, that need to be added to my score actually. But where is my score? Where is my score? Somewhere here. How can I run that here actually? I'm collecting an object which is somewhere here actually. Okay. So I'm running an effect here. Particle effect is running. Okay. Now I'll show you that here. You can see that effect here. So let me move that object here so that you can see. Okay. But my score is here. My particle effect is here. You can see here. You can observe in this case. So now that object, that effect need to be travel towards to this place. That effect. I want to move these coins. I want to move these coins actually. Whenever it is spawning, right? I want to move this one. So how to achieve that one? Before looking into that, how can I move that to this place? Let's try to move to some place. Let's try that one actually. Then you understand like how to do that one. Okay, where is this right now? Okay. Both are changeless, right? Right. Okay. So now here, this is my particle system and spawning actually. Okay. Whenever I'm spawning this one, let me show you here. All right. Whenever I'm collecting any coin, that effect will be running, and that coins need to be added. That need to be traveled towards my score. That is my requirement. So before doing that one, let me do. Let me add uh, cube here. Okay. So whenever spawning, these particle systems are spawning nearby this one, right? And that need my requirement is what we'll do. This will move to this place from here to here. Okay. So when you can do that one, then we can implement the same to for UI. Okay. For that, what we require here is we need to add a layer actually, a layer. For that, let me tell you. This is my magnet. Let me add a magnet. Yes, name as magnet, and let me remove mesh renderer. So we need to add a component to this so that it will add. We have something called particles research here. Particle come up with some system force field actually. We have one component. What this component will do means it will have a space. In this space, any object which is there, it will get attracted to that object actually. So this is the space actually. This is my space. And whatever objects are nearby that, if it is in the same layer, then automatically it will attract actually. Okay. So now I have created a space in this space. Yes. And here is my particle system, which is inside the space only. Okay. And what else is required? If you look at the particle system force field, start range and end range is 0 to, I'm just given a 6 radius. Okay. And here we have strength actually, gravity. Some strength is there. Based on this strength, the object will attract that much fast actually. If the strength is more, it will attract more fast actually. Okay. So now what else is required here apart from this? Strength and range is here. For this object, we need to add a layer actually. So we need to create a layers actually. So what I will do, add a layer. So I'll tell that the magnet, layer name is magnet here. Okay. On the top you can see layers. You can create a layer. Now for this object, I'll add a layer magnet. You can add a layer. We have seen tags. The same way we can add layers as well. So we need to create a separate layer for this. Okay. So my layer name is magnet. Fine. What is the other step we need to do here? I run it will work? No. So let me enable this one so that I can see where it is. Nothing is happening. Now what I will do? Okay. Let me increase the range. Okay. Now I'll select my points particle system. This is my particle system. You can see we are not seeing particle system, but I'll tell you how to create a particle system. In if you right click in hierarchy, we have effects actually effects particle system. Here you can create your own particle systems. This is a default particle system. On this, you can generate your own particle system. You can create your own particle systems. Okay. So this object, whatever game object is, it will have a component called particle system. It will have a lot of properties, like what kind of effect you need. So you can play around with this and you can create your own particle system. So now, the same way I have my own particle system here. So this created something like this. Every time it will spawn some coins, some sprites, and it is spread randomly, and it will destroy. It will die actually. It will destroy. So for this particle system, we have a property called, you see, emission, shape, velocity, lifetime, size over lifetime. We have something called external forces actually here in this. In the external forces, it is asking you for which layer, which layer mask, the layer mask we need to add. So here this layer mask need to match to the this object actually. Whatever particle system force field is having a layer, right? This layer need to be matched with this particle system. Okay. Here what I will do for this external force, I'll add a layer mask. What is my layer mask? It is magnet. Okay. So I added a property here. Now this particle system and this both are in the same layer actually. So if I run this one, so they are moving actually. Did you observe? They are moving. The strength, the strength for this magnet is very less actually. It is one actually. It is pulling very slowly. You need to increase the value. So let me increase the value 10. Okay. Did you observe that one? It is in the same space, but the strength is not enough actually here. So we can add more strength. There is no restriction actually. You can have. I'm just adding value. I'm increasing value very slowly. You can see. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll add more value. Let me increase more. This effect I need to travel from this 3D space to the UI system. So my requirement is this need to be travel from here to my UI. Wherever my score part is there, it is to travel in that direction. We'll do that one. Okay. For this particle system, let me see, we have another option. Strength, focus, speed, attraction. Okay, fine. I think you understood, right? We need to add a component called particle system force field to any game object. Okay, that object is having some properties wherein we see first you need to focus on the range actually, in which range you want to attract the objects. Okay. Then it is having a strength property. Based on that, it will pull in that speed actually. If the strength is more, it will pull in that far like that. Okay. And the layer for this particle system force field, whatever layer it is there, the opponent object which you want to pull, even that object need to be in the same layer actually. So for this particle system, what I did, inside the particle system, we have a property called external forces. Inside that, I added a layer mask and I'm maintaining the same layer which I'm using for particle system force field actually. The same layer I added here and there. Okay. So, but here I achieved my requirement, but actual my requirement is that need to travel here. But how to do that one? Okay, people say that simply move this magnet, okay, to score. Where is my score? Where is my magnet? This is how people suggest actually. I agree. I added here. So what will be the field of force? How much big I need to do? Whether it will travel actually? How much big I need to maintain? Do you think it's correct? Oops. Let's see how much strength I require. It is going somewhere. Did you observe it? I'll show you. Wait a minute. You can see the position is not correct or what? Correct only, right? Add it here. Let me move this side. Let me see where it will go. Let me add some 1000 strength. Is it traveling here? I can't see it. Actually, this is wrong what I'm doing here. You should not increase something like this and moving an object where UI is there. So here comes, let me reduce this to 50 and let's set it in this. Okay. And strength is some 40 what we are using here. The problem is I have a camera to render this. This is called main camera for this. But for UI system, I have a canvas actually. Yes or no? Canvas. So here you need to do some settings actually. Okay, this need to match with our camera viewport actually. So whatever the four box you can see, this is called viewport here. Okay, in the same way, the canvas viewport and the main camera viewport need to be placed at the same place. Then you can achieve that effect. And now what I will do for the canvas, we have canvas class, we have see render modes, screen space overlay, screen space camera, and world space. So what is the use of this one? Let me disable this one and let me create another canvas here. Okay. Let me add this as health, health bar canvas. I'll add a image to this. Okay, okay, fine. So now what I will do for this canvas, I was talking about this canvas component, right? In this canvas component, you can see render mode actually. So what I will do, this screen space overlay, I'll make it a world space. Okay. If I do this, immediately you can see the rect transform, the whatever values in rect transform, you can see they are editable actually. If I move back to screen space overlay, I cannot edit this one. If I move to screen space overlay to world space, I can edit this one. Now what I will do, I can move my canvas. Okay, I can move my canvas. Simply I'll do reset. Will be at 0, 0, 0 position, width and height will be 100 and 100. Okay. So now I'll double click on this. So finally it reached here. You can see in this output window. And let me reduce to 2 by 1 height. And how much this is? Even this is I want 2 by 1. Very small. See. Now my canvas. There it is. Okay. So this is my canvas in world space. So I can place my canvas in the world space actually. Okay. Now I can make use of this as now what I'm trying to do here is I showed you how to move a canvas into world space. Okay. And I will add this object to my player object. This is my player, right? Simply I'll drag and add it here. Open prefab. Oh my god. It's very good. Okay. This is bad. So simply cannot drag normal objects into prefab objects. You need to open that prefab and then only can add. Okay, I'll add once again canvas. This is my, this is this the bar. Storage. And this should be workspace and let's reset it. Make it 2 by 1. Okay. 2 by 1. And the same way this will be 2 by 1. Okay. And we have I have canvas and increase height to 0.5. Okay. So can make this a little bit height, make a little more small one. This is also one. Okay, this is enough I guess. 4.2. 4.2. Change color to green so that you'll understand this is my health bar for this player actually. So this is how you can add a canvas, UI canvas onto the player by converting render mode to screen space overlay to world space actually. Then only you can move the track transform, otherwise you cannot move actually. Okay. So this is my health bar now. Now I need to save I guess. Mm, okay, not bad. I hope it will be there. Yeah, it is here. Okay guys, now this is my health bar. You can see wherever I go, the health bar follows me. I hope. Yeah, it's following. Okay. So that is a use of render mode whole canvas. But our requirement is score. I want to show score. For that, what I need to use? Okay. So now I'll get back to our canvas. This is my canvas, right? This is our canvas. Score. Okay. So for this, what you need to do is select canvas. Now we need to select a screen space, render mode to camera, screen space camera here, and it required which camera we are using in our project. It is main camera. So where is main camera? Simply drag and drop main camera. Before dragging and dropping, just see, just focus here. Insert scene, we just observe what is happening here. See, it got mapped to this actually. So now your canvas is somewhere in front of your main camera. In front of your main camera actually. Okay. So now the whatever magnet you have, simply drag and drop at your score. Okay. And make it a local position 0, 0, 0. Okay. Now you can increase your range actually. You can increase your range. You can run your application. The strength is not enough actually. Okay. To increase the strength, more strength. I don't know what if people are thinking it is becoming small when you're traveling from this place to this place, right? It's becoming very small. Don't worry, we'll solve even that as well. So when you're collecting, so we'll solve that as well. For time being, what we'll do means we'll spawn this particle system when you're collecting. Okay, we'll do that. So where we are destroying the coin when you're collecting, where the collectible part is happening inside the coin. Yes or no? In coins, we have a particle system. In this, you can add, sorry, this is particle effect, right? We'll add this effect. Instead of that, we can add this as well. Okay, I can simply drag and drop this one, right? Override. I did some modifications to this object. I can remove this, delete. And for these objects, instead of this explosion A, I'll add this particle system. Okay, let me run this. Okay. I know some issues are there here. We'll solve them. Still, we are still something, right? Now, if you look at this canvas, now this canvas, we added screen space overlay to screen space camera, and the camera is our main camera we added. And now we have one more property here, plane distance actually. We have something called plane distance here. Now we need to play with this property, plane distance property, so that that effect will not get like that. So now what I will do, I'll try to move this plane distance to the main camera actually. I can put it somewhere here. Let's see what happens. And then plane distance. There you can add, the counting part, increasing 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, incrementing, That effect you can add it. That logic you need to run at that scoring product. It is going away. The UI is overlapping with this, right? So how to do that one? We need to add sorting layers, I guess. Here. There is our main camera here, right? So we need to add a layers to this so that UI canvas add a sorting layer. We need to add a sorting layer. Mm, I don't know this will work or not. Anything else? I can put something like this. Mm, Still, it is not happening. So we can play with some layers actually. Layers with display view actually. Which one need to be appear on the top like that? Okay. So there is nothing but sorting layers. You can sort the layers by creating them. Guys, check that one. Now what is missing here? This is looking odd. We don't require this object at all. Box color, mesh renderer. You can remove the component. Only transform position, remove component. Box collider, if required, you can put it box collider, otherwise not required. And particle system. Okay. Define the cost. Let me do something. You can write code for this health bar. Okay. You can reduce the size for particle system. It is very big actually. You can play with the size actually. You can play with the size. We have particles. They spawn in here. Where are they? Okay. Okay. Here you can play with the size, start lifetime, start speed, start size. Actually, start size you can reduce to 0.1, very small, 0.1 to 0.2. Okay, very small. Okay. Simply apply. Select them. So we have done with that collecting particles, playing particles. Okay. So those are some effects you can play with when you are collecting. And creating particles, it's up to you, what type of particles you require. Then yourself. So now we'll see AI system in Unity actually. AI system I'm talking about, it's uh, it's a very big topic actually. But when talking about Unity perspective, in Unity, what they have given us, let me show you. Let me show you this. Simply search for Unity documentation in Google. So this is a documentation where you need to uh, follow every time. Then only you'll get a lot of updates, like which version we are, what are the new packages they added, is there any changes in the programming, or they added any new models, how to use them, many other things, So when talking about AI system, see, so if you're taking, let's take an example for, chess game, okay? In chess game, the AI system is different actually, okay? There we have some 8 into 8, 16, right? 16 into 16, like each player has some 16 characters actually, okay? So roughly there are nine characters, nine, like nine, or rook. There are two, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. There are six characters. You need to write a code actually. That A code is not available. Uh, like you need to write that code actually. It's not predefined. If we're taking an example, chess game, whatever AI is there, it's not predefined actually. Predefined in this sense, it's not. You can't get it from anywhere. Like in Unity, they are not. It won't get any packages for that. If people design like the code, you have scripts, you can use them, but you need to write that code. That code you need to write. You need to write manually actually. If you take any tic-tac-toe game, chess game, or any board games, those AI systems we have to write ourselves. Okay, based on the requirement what they're expecting there. So if you're taking chess game an example, it is at some 16 characters each player, and almost six characters will be same actually. Six characters for this player and that player. If you write code for six characters, that is more than enough, and that player need to be play around some 18 to 891 boxes, I guess. In that boxes only he's able to travel actually. So that logic, we need to write ourselves. The Unity is giving a AI system that is not this board games, or like this AI system is totally different actually. This is if you are standing on the ground, okay, if you're traveling, you want to travel to some place, okay, in that space, in that place actually, okay, on the ground. So it will find a path actually, that the path finding system was given by Unity. Okay, the finding path on the floor actually, finding the path actually. If you see here in the AI system, let me talk here, say navigation and path finding. Here, this is path finding AI system, what is Unity is giving us. Okay, don't think AI means I can use this AI system anywhere in the board games. No, 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 we can't use that actually. Okay, there the logic for the characters what we are using, that's totally different actually. Okay, that is different. That is different AI system. This is a different AI system. Okay? Here pathfinding AI system. See, have cylinders here and one box actually. If you want this player, see, whatever player, imagine the box is a player. The box need to travel from here to this cylinder. So he will find the blue color path is nothing but this whatever navigation path actually. Here it will calculate the path actually. It will calculate the path. Here A star algorithm was implemented in this. It will calculate the path and it will travel in this space and it will reach to this. So this is called the pathfinding algorithm what these people are using. And this concept what Unity is giving us is called navigation and pathfinding. Okay, if we have any 3D games, especially if you have some AI, some enemies which you know to follow player, you know, this kind of stuff, then you can go with this AI system. Otherwise, if you have any other type of game, what you are using, any board games, anything else, I suggest this won't support there. You need to write your own AI system. Okay. Even if you take simple tic-tac-toe game, there also the logic what you need to write ourselves. This concept will not work there. So let's see what is the use of this AI system. How to use this in our? How can I use this concept in my game? Here, yes. This is, I have a ground here, I have a player here. Now we have some enemies over here, we'll spawn them and they need to follow me. They need to follow me. So now that can be possible actually. That is nothing but finding the path actually. It's finding a path where I am and it is starting traveling towards to me. So that AI system, what unit is given us, this can be helpful to me. So let's see this how to implement this. In this, the blue color path is called navigation mesh. Okay, this blue color path is called navigation mesh. Okay, the first part we need to see how to build a mesh actually, navigation mesh. To build a navigation mesh. For that, we need to follow the steps actually. Simple here, you need to remove only one point here. Check navigation static. Okay. So you need to remember this point actually. Check navigation static actually. Okay, we'll see what is this point talks about. Navigation static. It's nothing but it's telling that you have to make your object static. Okay. The first step what you need to do in this navigation and pathfinding, how to implement is first in our project you have to make our objects static. Okay, we have to make our object static where the player or enemy is able to walk actually. In that space, that objects you need to make static, not every object in your level. You have to make only objects where I can walk. Okay. So let's come here. I have only one object in my place. This is only one object. You can see I have only one object here. Yes or no? It's plain ground actually. I have only one object here. Now what is selling make static actually? What is static object first of all? So let me show you here. Create a object. I have object here. Okay. For this object, you can see object name. The inspector, you can see some properties like object name. I can add some tag to this. I can add some layers to this. It is having its own components like transform component, mesh renderer, box collider. We have some components here. Apart from this, if you see here, I can disable and enable this active inactive actually. Okay. And the right hand side see you can see some static. If you click on this static, it will enable everything. Don't worry about this one. Just enable this static actually. That means what is the result of this static object? If I make this object static, what will happen? If I'm not making this static, what will happen? So let's do one thing here. Remove this one. I have a player, right? We have created our own player, right? Where it is player. I have a player script here. Okay. So what I will do? Okay. Imagine this is my player here. Or let me do in another level. Create new level, save this one. Reset, make sure do reset every time. Okay. So this is my ground. I'm adding a cube on top of this. Reset. Let me move a little bit out. And I'll add a player script. Add component. Where is here? Yes. Added a player script. Let me add speed 5 or 1. Let me see what happens here. Right, it's not moving at all. Wait a second, okay. This one is. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, we have some issue with this, no problem. We can do in a different way, don't worry, guys. But I want to show the difference between static and non-static update, nothing much actually. Okay. Simply what I will do, exposition pressure equal to time dot delta time. I'm just multiplying small fraction value. Time dot delta time into some, what is that? Speed. Let me show it is moving. Yes, cool. It's moving. So now then the one value in camera. Demo object allow me to it's moving right. It's moving right. If I make this object static, let's see what happens. Still it is moving. Then what is the difference here? So let me show you here. I hope I need to play. Let me call this one. Let me check this one. I think it is it. So actually, if you are moving a static object, what happens, the collider will not move actually. Here it is moving actually. I don't know the update I guess here. So when you're moving a static object, usually we won't move static objects. If we don't want to move any object, we'll make it a static. And one more difference is when you're moving a static object, but the collider is moving with the object actually. As here. They updated, I think, they added somewhere else actually the property, I guess. Previously, what happened, when you are moving a static object, the collider will not move. The collider will be at the same place. Only the object will move. Okay. So that is a big problem actually. I think without knowing people are using, so that's the reason they may added, still to travel with that actually. Okay. Usually it won't happen actually. When the collider will be same, it will be stay at the same place. No issues. Okay. So moreover, when you're moving any object, okay, when you don't want to move any object, we'll make it a static actually. Okay. That is the one point what I wanted to explain here. Let's get back to our scene where it is. Here, the objects which you think like they will never move actually, you can make them static. Okay. But when we are talking about navigation mesh actually. Navigation mesh for AI system, I want to make floor, this floor as a static variable. Okay. This floor I made it static variable. And what is the other step I need to do here is to look at this. There it is. After we have other settings as well here. Apart from this, we can what we can do, either you can select the object directly and where it is directly, and you can click on static here, or they are telling that don't, if you're selecting here, it will select all the other properties actually. So if you do, you should not do like this actually. What you need to do is you need to open the navigation window actually. Navigation window, this is navigation and pathfinding. You need to open navigation window. In this, inside windows we have AI related thing. See AI here, navigation. In this window, it will show you the objects, all the objects. We click on the objects here, it will show all the objects here. Just select them, select them and click on static here, navigation static. That is what he's doing actually in this screen. He's selecting which objects you don't want to move actually. Select them and make it static. Okay. After that, what you need to do, you need to move to another window called bake actually. Bake. So in this we have already default properties. You can play with these properties. You'll understand. Right now my ground is is not, it's plain actually. So I don't have any problem with these properties. If we have some ups and downs, then you need to play with these properties so that the enemy can walk. You can jump and you can run. Even those settings, based on the settings, even the enemy can move easily. Otherwise it will stuck if if it is having any obstacles, which are very small obstacles also, it cannot move actually. So now what I need to do, just go to bake and just click on bake here. So it will create a navigation mesh actually. This is called navigation mesh. Okay. So whatever object you are placing here, that object will start communicating with this mesh, and it will find a path based on the location where it has to travel actually. So if you want one of if you want object is here, I need to travel somewhere here, what it will do, it will start calculating the path and it will come to you. Okay. So this mesh, the navigation mesh, this is called navigation mesh. And the objects on the top of this, which need to communicate with this navigation mesh, are called as agents. Okay. We have agents. Those agents only can communicate with this navigation mesh actually. Okay. Not every object in Unity. Only agents can communicate with the mesh, navigation mesh. Okay. So now if you see here, you can see this brown curve path, which is are excluded actually, because these objects are having colliders. If I remove this collider, if I click on bake again, no. So this is also static. Huh? Okay. Even these objects are static. No, box collider. See, it created a path actually here. Okay. If this object is static, then it won't create a path on top of that actually. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll come back, I'll make it static. So now what happens, this is now mesh, whatever player is moving in the space, it will not pass through here. It will check where I can go here. Here you can see from the door only we have path here. Here only can enter into this space. Have anything else here? Yeah. Even it can pass through this. We have to make even these objects static. Okay. Even you have to make these objects static. Okay, guys. So now agent will not have an option to enter into the space. It is having only one way where it can travel. It is this door. This is how we'll set up our nav mesh. Now we'll look into agent actually. How to create an agent where it can communicate with this mesh and it will find the shortest path and it will reach to the destination where you want actually. Okay. So now what I will do, I'll create agents now. Let's take this as an agent. This agent now. Okay. Simple thing. Navigation pathfinding is very small topic actually. You need to create a navigation mesh and you need to create an agent. That's it. So now I'll create a script here. Create C# script. I'll create. These are my uh, enemy agent. Okay. I'll create an enemy agent here. Look at this. Okay. So this is my enemy agent class. What I need to do here is I will add the script to this. So this is my enemy object, and for this enemy object, I will add this enemy agent script. Okay. So now, how can I make this normal? This is a normal common game object actually. Okay. How can I make this object as agent? So here in add component, simply search for navigation. Just simply type nav. So here you can see nav mesh agent, nav mesh obstacle. So these are two objects. What navigation? This whatever package we have seen, right? This concept. So this package, it will come with this package, and they are giving two different components. One is navigation agent, and another is navigation mesh obstacle. So now our requirement is navigation agent actually. Okay, now added agent. Now this now cube now became an agent. Now this is an agent now. Now this agent can communicate with this now mesh actually. This now mesh. So this agent can communicate with this nav mesh and it will find the path where you want to go. So now what I will do for this enemy, now we have to say this agent, like now this agent is like, if you look at this properties for agent, pretty interesting actually. How fast we want to go, this agent need to follow the destination, and we have different properties, acceleration, angular speed, many other things like obstacle avoidance, the height, width, radius, many other things, many other properties here. This you can play with them actually. Here we'll work on with only with the speed and how to start this one actually. How to start, how the agent will know how to follow so and so place. How agent will know that we are going to see now. Okay. So anyway, agent is having some script, right? Here what we'll do, we'll create a reference for nav mesh agent. Nav mesh agent. See, if I'm typing, I cannot see that one because navigation and pathfinding, it's a different package like UI. It's a different package. So you need to import that package. Okay. So you need to import AI actually. You need to engine.ai. You need to import this package. Then we have option of creating nav mesh agent. We need this object actually. We need this object. Agent reference. Now we need a reference. So anyway, the script is added to same object. Anyway, the script is added to same object, so we can get the reference easily. Simply start function. Instead start get agent reference equal to get component. You're getting a component. Anyway, the script is added to same object, simply type get component. Otherwise, for which object the agent is there, that object reference dot get component actually. Okay. Namesh agent. So this is how you need to get the reference for Namesh agent reference. Now I have a reference. So we have a reference now. So now what you need to do is just simply give path actually. Now you can simply type public object destination or target where I need to go. Target object. Target object. I need a target object. Okay. The target object we need to pass to this agent, Namesh agent. We need to pass that information to this Namesh agent. So agent reference dot set the destination. We have some destination function. Set the destination where it has to travel. Simply pass this reference. The target object dot transform dot position. And to pass the position actually. Okay. So this is my target object. I'm passing the target object position. So it will move. So now if you observe here, so this is my enemy. This is my enemy, right? Simply I'll pass another object here. Sphere as a target. Okay. So now if you observe here, so whenever I'm playing this, the agent will start moving towards destination, the target object. Okay. If I move this target, the agent will not move now again because the agent is not getting updated position of the sphere. He got updated. He got only one time the value actually. So whenever this object is start moving now, he is not getting updated. So whatever you're writing inside start function, this only this statement is need to be written inside the update. Every time it need to be updated. The agent need to be updated with the latest value. Then only it can move continuously towards that object. See, it is coming here, right? Okay. If I start creating multiple enemies, no, sir. So finally, one fellow came inside. Huh? You'll find the shortest path actually. When I'm moving here, you will find the shortest path. How they are coming, see, they are not getting overlapped. That is pretty interesting thing. They are not getting overlapped. They are moving in a systematic way. Seriously, very interesting, right? So it is finding it's communicating. The agent is communicating with the nav mesh, and it is finding the shortest path, and it is moving. The algorithm what they have used here is that is called A star algorithm. Okay. So engineering we have a lot of path finding algorithms. Then you can use them. So here now you can play with the values of agent actually. Now if you pick up agent here, agent will have some properties. I said like speed, how much speed this agent has to move. And you need to focus on this part especially. Really the stopping distance, yeah. Stopping distance. You can give the stopping distance. It will stop at this distance actually. Now stopping distance is zero, that's the reason it's overlapping with the player. And you can increase the speed for some values. One fellow will move slowly, another fellow will move fast. You can play with these values. You can give a random value. Okay. And stopping distance for these values will be different values, different values for this stopping distance. One distance, stopping distance three. Now see, each enemy is having its own speed, and whenever it reaches to the target object, and it will stop at certain distance. Actually. Okay. Uh, some objects are moving very slow. It's going very. This fellow is moving very slow. Stopping distance, I made it 7. To stop somewhere here actually. It got stopped here. Ready? Guys, you can play with these values and you can add instead of cubes, you can add a 3D character where it is having different animations. You can add and you can check them. If you need, let me see if I can download some packages here. Windows package manager 3D, 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 3D. Baker's fantasy monster. I think this will help us download import package fantasy monster. Okay. This object actually, this one, the actual model actually. Attack, walk, run. Oh my god, very small. Very small. This object is very small. So now I have downloaded one package, one object actually. It's very, very small actually. Why I'm telling small because in Unity, uh, which scale I need to use, see how much size I need to use for the level designing or props, whatever I'm using here. Look at this character. This character was designed by Unity What is the size they are given? And the object which I have downloaded right now, what is this size actually? Even I downloaded this from Unity only. Unity as a store only. So which size I need to maintain? How will I know? Here, whatever default objects, whatever is see in Unity, okay, default objects, the scale, whatever scale you are seeing here, if you see here, it is 111. Okay, 111 means what? What is that one value here? What is that one value? One means here 1 meter actually. Okay, a player height. This is like actual human being height. Whatever you see here, this is real time value. In real time, the human being will be of approximately this much height, 1.5 meter height actually. Okay, the cube what you are using in Unity, that cube's sizes are calculated as meters, 1 meter. This is real time value actually. In real time world, what we calculate that size actually. Okay. So if you are get confusing, like what size I need to use, just take a cube. That's it. The cube will help you. The cube size is 1 meter. Based on that, you can decide in real time object. You are placing a furniture. Imagine you are designing for you are working for architecture. Okay, they have given a setup. Okay, you now you want to place all the furniture, chairs, tables, sofa, and everything. Now you need to work with them like you need to put a proper value. Even though the object is small, you need to scale it properly. How you'll do that one? I can do scaling here easily. In real time, I can scale it, but how much size, which value I need to take? Here, the cube, the default cube size is a reference for you. This is a good reference for you. This is 1 meter in real time value. Okay, based on this, you can check it. So, what will be the furniture size? What is the height of that object? The how much the step heights if you have a staircase? Okay, what size the steps should be? Okay, you are designing a building, how much the each floor size height should be I need to maintain. That can be compare with this cube. Cube is the only object which help you to do that one. Okay, now I can see in my real time this a human being can be more than one, it can be 1.5 meter, right? You can check it if you have a query like dollars, 1 meter. It's a foot, not foot. You check in centimeters, right? um, 7 foot, 7 foot, 6 foot, 1.8 meter. Check in foot actually. So now this is 1.8 meter. I can use this value for my display. This enemy. This enemy is a big enemy. Okay. But how to assign this value? This already can see it is in 1 1 only. How I need to scale this one? This is the right way if I do something like this? Or is there any way to scale up this object? Simple, what you need to do here is this is the object what I downloaded, right? Or if you are importing from Maya or Blender, whatever software, make sure there also you can set up the scale value and you can get it here. You can tell the designer what Unity, what type, what use Unity, like centimeters or meters, inches, it takes actually. So in Unity, it takes meters actually. You can tell them like it's meters, okay? And the direction of y-axis will be top, upwards actually. You can tell them. These are two values you need to tell to the designer. Based on that, they will input and they'll give the size. Now I can increase the size. We have an object here. This is my 3D object. You can see. For 3D object, if you select any other object also, Oh, all are independent individual objects here, right? Fine. So which object I'm taking here? This is run. Okay. This is my 3D model actually. After importing, you can see we will get these options: model, rig, and these are some animations you can check. These are my animations. Okay. And these are the materials. So what materials are assigned to this object, you can see. Okay. Animations. Even you can rotate and you can see this one. This is called in place animation. It will animate in the same place. That is called in place. So we need in place animations in Unity. Okay, we move that object. Even though it is running, we move that object. Okay, the object not required to move. We move. So we use all in place animations in Unity. Okay. So now how to scale up? Go to models here. In models we have scale factor here. Can simply increase to 1. Let's see what happens. Apply. Oh, oh my god. Introduce to 0.1. You need to increase here actually. Okay. Not bad. I don't know. What guys? What do you say? It is in that pole. That's the reason it is showing like it's almost it is 1.5 meters. Okay. So what I will do now, I'll make this enemy object as an agent. Now I'll make this enemy object as an agent. Before that, let me check whether this animation is working or not. The animation file is not working. Why? For the animator component, we don't have any controller actually. We need to add controller. How to get the controller now? Now you need to create the controller actually. Create a controller, animator controller here, and this is my enemy animator controller. Okay, just open it. Here you need to add that animation file, the running animation file of this object. So how to get that one? Simply select this. Here you have that object. You have seen it is playing here. It's running, right? In the same object, if you open it, you can see that animation clip. This is called animation clip. Okay, this is called animation clip. Just drag this animation clip onto the controller what you have created here. So it will attach here. So now onto this object, now we need to add this controller. Where is that? Enemy animator controller. Now if you play, it will run. Again, you saw some one more issue. It is playing only once. Again, where I need to do that one? Loop. I need to put into a loop. So go to skeleton run and go to clip. If you click on this clip, you have property called loop time here. You remember guys? Close door animation. It is if you put on loop, it will run actually. I will show you this. Then you will understand. Mm, this is a door, right? Let me see in my player script, player script. Where is the player script? Closed door animation, okay? Where is the closed door animation? Here. In the animation clip, I have a loop time. If I click it, enable it. If I run, closed door, right? Even open door, open door, open door. Okay. If I do this, okay. See the animation clip, what you're seeing is it is in a loop now. How to stop that one? We have option to do here, but the objects what we import from Maya, especially from Maya, you can't edit that one. We can't edit that one. See, I cannot edit this one. So how can I put it into loop? So here we have option, select the main object. In the animations, we have option here, loop time. You can enable here and apply. Okay. There is a difference. If you are creating a clips, you will have an option onto the animation clip. You can the loop variable will be visible. You can edit it. But if you are importing some objects, okay, from Maya or whatever some stores, okay, you can't edit that one. You need to you will get that option inside animation window here. Model rig animation. There you can apply. So now see, now it is in a loop. So now what we'll do, now we'll add an agent to this enemy so that it will follow. Okay. So we need to add a component called damage agent. Yes. And stop distance we'll put it to. And this required script, right? What script it is? Enemy agent script. And it required a target. So where is my sphere? Okay. Let me delete this all objects not required, the spheres. So here is my enemy. I can give rather than spear, I can give myself like my player armature. So wherever I'll go, it will start attacking me. See, it is coming towards me. Stop actually. See, oh my god. Okay. So whenever it reaches to player, it has to change the animation file, whatever it is there to that object that need to be changed to attack animation. Right now it is running actually. Will stop at some distance, two distance. So whenever he reaching to player or whatever it is, the animation file need to change to attack. So we have attack animation as well. I think here, yes. So after reaching, it has to stop and it has to attack. Okay. Even you can do that as well by simply adding the collider whenever it is colliding to the player. So to pop up the message like it is collided with the player. Then you can play this animation. To play this animation, again we need to add this animation clip into the animator component here. Okay. Okay, what happened? Simply add attack animation to this. Okay. So now inside scene, I have a player here, enemy here. For this enemy, I have a script, enemy agent, target position. Let's check with the where is what is that on trigger enter. Check if I find it is a dot log whether it is hitting with any player or not. Other dot game of the dot name. Okay. First of all, this is an agent. Um, we need to add some collider, I guess. Box collider. Okay, there it is. Okay. box collider. Actually, we should not add box collider to this. No, we can add it. It's not a big deal actually. Mm, X direction. Mm, Okay. Collider to this. Let's see if it is hitting to the player, whether it is getting messages or not. If that works, then we can change the animation from running to attack. No, or it is stopping, or the collider is not hitting to the player. Something is happening. Let me increase the damage defense score. Okay, we need east trigger actually. East trigger is working fine. Only the east trigger part we need to enable. It is working fine. So once it is getting detected, as you remember, like inside where it is layer, I guess the same condition, guys. Same condition, same file. Where is so whenever it is finding the player, whenever it's collided with that, just play. It is enter actually. Just play attack, right? Remember, it is attack. File name attack. Attack animation. Let's see. It's not hitting. What happened? Stop distance. What happened? The problem is we have scaled only this object, right? Not that object. What is the size this one? 0.1. And what is attack object size? 0.001. Obviously, it won't work. And skeleton drawing will decrease to 1 actually. Let's see. Trigger enable. Let's see. Detected. And moreover, it is not in a loop. Again, you have to come back to attack. Click on attack object. Click on animation. We have here loop property. Enable it. Apply. Okay. And for this object, we can increase the box collider size. That increase in this direction, not this direction. Not increase in this direction. Okay. So whenever it is detects, will stop distance should be 2, I guess. This is good actually, or 2.2 will put it. Stop distance. Okay. See, in the animation. See. Okay, guys. So now, so when it is going away again, it has to change the animation. So we have only two functions to the one is on trigger enter and on trigger exit. So now simply type on trigger exit. Inside on trigger exit, same condition, but we need to change the animation file as this one. Just check what is this animation for. It is run. Yeah. Change this to run. Now let's see. Let's play here. Thing is, we can easily implement whenever it is hitting to us. The sword. Actually, you know, they had a collider to sword. So how many times it is hitting us, you can calculate, and based on that, the health value you can reduce. That's simple actually. You can do that one. Why the enemy is unable to move from there actually? The last property what I am to discuss here is one is a nav mesh. We have seen nav mesh agent, and we need to see obstacle actually. And I made the door as nav mesh obstacle. That's the reason it's stopping there. Okay. So whenever I move this, whenever the door is open, it will enter enter. Okay. Okay, guys. So I will discuss about nav mesh obstacle here. Then we can close. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts, guys? So I'll show you one more property here. The last property in this AI system that is called for this door. What I did, if you look at this door, this is my main door, right? If I look at the sub properties here, door. For this door, I added an mesh obstacle. That means, first of all, this object is getting animated, right? Sorry, the doors are getting animated. That means it is rotating. So, so when they are rotating, uh, if you are making static, see, if I make static, then only, how to explain here? See, I need a path here. I need the path need to be added here. Okay, I need to add a path here. At the same time, the object should not pass through here. When you have anything like this, any object in front in that path, it should not allow this agent to pass through that. Whenever the object is moving away, then only it should able to move actually. Okay, getting? So now, if I make this door as static, suppose if I make this door as static here, this door as static, and this door as static, if I make, okay, let's see the animation will work or not. Let's see. Static object, like I was explaining, like, static object. The collider part I was trying to explain. The collider will stop there only if you're trying to move the static objects. The same way, the static objects, uh, they got updated. They are updated, but here, if you see, even though animation file is there, it is not unable to rotate because the object is static. The static objects cannot be animated actually. Okay. So what you need to do here? That's the reason I'm using a concept call instead of making this static. I'm making this objects. These two, only these two these are objects, right? But these objects added a component called damage obstacle, nothing else. I did not did anything here. Just added a component. This same default values I'm using here. Okay. This is damage obstacle. When this object is having damage obstacle, the damage agent cannot be passed through that. When that object is moved, then only it is allowed to pass through. Okay. Now if you look at the navigation, yeah, I have a path here. You can see the path. Let me play once again here. Okay, I need to run from here as early as possible because the enemies came. See, now the enemies, he cannot move actually. Getting the enemy cannot move actually. If I come here, getting so now we can add a health to this player. So whenever it is, now how to find the collisions, everything. Here we have an object here, right? I will show you. This is this is one object. This is one object. We have sword, separate sword. We can add a collider to this sword, and based on collision to the player, can you can reduce the health part. This thing you can easily calculate actually. Okay, as you have seen this on Enter many times, the collision and how to get the reference from that. Just get the name of that object and try that one. So here you can add a health related value, and you can reduce the health bar on the top. You can visually can show, and you can calculate the value as well. Whenever the health is zero, then the player will die. Okay. So right now player is don't have any kind of uh, this kind of stuff. So only it need to hide or run away from the enemies. That's it. So we have seen Namesh agent here. This call Namesh, this Namesh, and this is an agent. Okay, and here for objects, uh, door like an objects, added obstacles. So we have three properties for search for Namesh, Namesh agent, and Namesh obstacles. Without making static, we can use this Namesh obstacles. So that is about AI system in Unity, and remaining things like we can play with the properties like in bake we have some radius, height, slope. Or if we have different layers, different heights. If it has to climb, just go up and just come down. I have agent Namesh here, but I cannot go on this top floor actually. So you can play with its values. So you can easily climb and can go on the top of the roof and everything. Everything is possible. Yeah. The only thing in is you know to play with this value and just click on bake. That's it. Make sure if you are making any changes in the level, and you have to update this bake again. Then only the agent will come to know where to go and where not to go. Okay. That's about AI system unity. See here, they'll talk about only that stuff. And one more last point in this you can check here. It is now mesh obstacle, now mesh agent. we have off mesh link here, off mesh link actually. So whenever the object appears here, it will teleport here. Off mesh link is nothing but teleportation. You can do that, you can research that one. It's a simple thing, you can search and you can do that one. Okay, guys, we're almost done actually. We have seen UI system, how to increase the score, like, play with text variables, adding images, and how can I make that UI system based on play, like, based on resolution. It has to set based on the resolutions we have seen. Okay, and no, this is not working actually. That's right, this is not working. You want me to solve this bug? It's very big, right? Okay. Let's set up the UI system now, right away. Go to canvas. Oh, this one. This one only, right? Score, yeah. Inside canvas, like I said, uh, we need to set up screen face camera. This is one property, and we have one more component that is called canvas scalar. Okay. In this canvas scalar, we have UI scale modes actually. Here, constant pixel size, scale with screen size, constant physical size. We have there some three options. I suggest we'll go with scale with screen size actually. Okay, scale with screen size, and you need to add a reference resolution what you are using here. Usually, I'll go for 1920 into 1080 resolution. Usually, I test on this resolution. You can go with same thing 1920 into 1080 resolution, and we have a screen match actually. Screen match width or height actually. Screen width or height, which value you want to go. I will make it both. I need to use 0.5 width and height value. That's it. We need to do this setting. This canvas scalar is responsible for scaling the UI system based on the resolution. Okay. So now you can see some size here. You change the resolution, it will fit based on that resolution. Actually, if I go a little bit small, even though it will fit. Okay, it will work. Okay, guys. Any queries? Any doubts? You have seen how to deploy, how to create a APK file as well. You can check this. You can create a build out of this. Like, we already we have switched the platform, and currently we are working the same level, first level, which is added here. Simply click on build. You can create an APK file and you can check it in the mobile as well. The only problem in mobile is we cannot move this player because right now the player movements are keyboard inputs and mouse inputs. How can I achieve that one? By adding mouse ring. You need to add an on-screen joystick. You need to add on-screen joystick. So I'll show you how to do that one. So here I have options. I'll show you. We need to add a canvas here. On-screen joystick you need to add, and for this you need to add a player related input. Okay. Let me show you this right away. Hmm. You have a starter kit, right? Go to starter kit where it is starter assets here. Third person controller will we have pulled the character from here, right? We have something called mobile. In mobile we have prefabs. Here you can see joystick and touchscreen. Let me see the screen here. Joystick actually. Just simply drag this joystick here. So you'll get on-screen joystick, and you have to add one property in the UI canvas controller. What you need to add? UI canvas controller. You need to add a property. What property? You need to add player armature. Okay, player armature. This is UI canvas starter assets joystick. Okay, only one component you need to add. That's it. Take a build and play in your mobile. That's it. This won't work here actually. I can create a APK. I can check it in your device. Let me see. Let me create a build. Oh, first of all, let me save my project. Save. I don't think so. We can create a build. Let's try. Okay, I think the file is created here. Uh, I'll copy this file into my mobile actually. I'll just let me check whether it is working or not. You can take a direct build as well. Okay, let me copy this file. Okay, let me rename this file as third person. I'm just checking in my device, guys. Because the file size is 33 MB here. Okay, you can deploy directly. You can do that as well. Okay, file manager. Yes, third person controller. It's working good actually. Yeah, it's working, guys. Even you can test it. Uh, Fine. If you look at this level, based on our requirement, I have explained here about animation and AI system, like particle system. We have used a predefined particle system, okay, and we have seen collisions, how to run collisions, how to get inputs from them, and we have seen by related content, how to add text related properties. We have seen how to increase and we have created two types of UIs here. This is world space UI where on the player you can see the health bar. This is a world canvas, and this is screen space camera actually. So we are adding a main camera reference. The two types of UI you have seen here, and all the AI properties three things. One is nav agent, and nav obstacle. Three things we have seen, and what else, guys? I hope I'm done with this, and we have seen lights, different types of lights, and play with car properties, range, intensity. Okay, so just tell me if you have any queries, any doubts. I can explain you guys. Any queries, guys? Any queries, any doubts? Fine. The last concept what I want to discuss here is that audio related thing, how to play audio and how audio will work in Unity. The simple thing, guys, when you want to play with audio, you need to remember two things actually in Unity. One is listener, one is source. Actually, you can see this image. This is the best example. One is listener and one is source. You need to see who is listening and who is the source actually. Okay, only that's it. And this is a basic thing, just you play an audio, the audio you can hear it. Okay. The another thing is if you want to make something effects, adding some what we say, uh, if you have more than one audio files, So how to play with them, like like I'll tell you like an example, like here for this is I have some animations. I have two animations. So how I'm running. So I'm using a animator component. This plays the animator. This is this place where I'm adding multiple animations. I'm able to run them. So let me select this player. You can see how many animation files we have here. Jump, in a ideal walk. Inside this again we have multiple animations. So like this, if you want to play with multiple audio files, then even that feature is also there in Unity, that is called audio mixer actually. If you click on audio mixer, you can mix the audio files, you can run them, giving the priority, like which file has to run when, which file has to run with how much volume actually. So based on that, you can run them, you can play with them, you can give the priority. And this is a good feature what Unity has given. This was not there in the very older version. After 2017, I guess these concepts came into the market, and this is very helpful to people who have more audio files if they are playing in the game. And this is a place where they'll balance them, they'll run them. So now what you will do, you'll just play one audio clip, one audio file. I need one audio file to play that. How to do that one? Let's see. Let's pick up. Anime file. Okay. So, like I said, audio system, we need to focus on who is the listener and who is the source actually. Okay. So, if at all I want to play an audio on this door, whenever someone comes near to the door will open, and one audio file will be played here. So, for this object, what I will do, I'll add a component. You can see, add simply type audio. If you type audio here, you can see many things are, these are all play, in audio mixer. We use these all properties. We need only one property, that is called audio source and audio listener. So I'm picking audio source. This is my audio source. Okay. Here I will add an audio clip. Right now I don't have any audio clips in my uh, system. Just you need to add a audio clip here. Okay. And that audio will play. But what is listener here? So when this audio is getting played here, who is listening this? That we need one listener actually. Okay, I have an audio clip onto this door. Okay, good. And okay, fine. We have here coins, right? Let's pick. Let's add audio files to this audio source. So every coin when you are collecting, it will play one clip, one sound actually. Okay. So how many audio sources we have? More than one. See here on the door, and many audio sources. But you will not have more than one listener. You should have only one listener in one level. One listener in one level. Let's search for audio listener in your project, in your level. See now. Audio listener. No, it's not showing audio listener. Very bad. Okay. Let me go to main camera. Main camera by default you will come up with a audio listener component. Okay. So if I'm running this application, except this errors, I'm not getting any warnings actually. You will get some warnings here. When you will get warnings, if I'm trying to add, there is my door, here is my door, right? If I'm trying to add audio listener to this, you can add. It won't tell you, it won't show any error. But when you're running your application, it will show a warning here. See what it is telling? Your project is having two audio listeners. So that means you should have only one listener and many audio sources. Okay, there will be only one listener in your whole project. Okay, remember that. Otherwise you will get this error. If you are getting this warning actually, if you are getting this warning, what you need to do means you need to check where is the other audio listener is there. Just remove it. That's it. You should have only one listener. It can be anywhere in your project, doesn't matter. You should have it a main camera. Sorry, that matters actually. That really matters. Where the audio listener is there, that really matters. Audio listener is to my camera. Why it is added to camera? Because my camera will be following player, right? This is the fellow who is listening actually. Okay, if audio file is playing here, I can't hear. If that range is there, then I can able to hear very slowly. If I'm adding the listener to player, because the player will reach to every part of the project, right? Every part he will move, right? Whenever he's collecting coin, he will go here. So the audio will play and I can listen that. If the audio source, if the audio listener I'm not adding to this, if I'm adding to somewhere some object like this, I'm putting somewhere here like this, audio listener, then you can't listen actually. You can listen, but the sound will come from very far. Getting, you can listen, but the sound come very far because the listener will be somewhere here and audio will be played. So the best way is add listener to player or camera. Camera is the best option. Okay, camera is the best option. And make sure you should have only one audio listener and audio sources can be many. Like you can see, I added these many audio sources. Audio source will have a clip. You need to add your audio clips here and you can put it on loop or you can put it on play on awake or you can play it directly through script actually. It's very simple. It's very easy actually. Audio files. You can see audio file format. These are all the formats what you can use in Unity. You can get into Unity and audio. There is no script here, I guess. Go back. Okay. Scripting, right? Scripting. So this is a function what you have to use in to play audio actually. In audio source we have one function called play. Play, 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 play. Where it is? Where it is? Where it is? Mhm. Functions actually. Okay. So this is a function where we use to play an audio file actually. Okay. We can pause, can play. Okay. The audio source will have that play method. Okay. Let me go back. You can see this is my audio source component, and this component will have different properties, and it will have some functions to play to play audio files. You can put it in a loop. You can play one shot. There are many things. Okay, guys. That is about audio system in Unity. It's very simple to add and play. But when it comes to mixer, audio mixer is a very big topic. Actually. Audio mixer is an advanced topic. Okay, guys, I'm done. Let me know if you guys are having queries, any doubts.
Just a reminder, so this is the last session. So if any of the participants have any doubts, so please come up with them.
Yeah, I'm available. If any queries, you guys can come forward. Okay. So let me discuss about this particle system in the meantime. Let me know if you have any queries, guys. I'll help you to let to help. This particle system, if you see uh, the shape, what it is, spawning actually. So here we have some shapes actually. If you look at the shapes, it is in cone shape actually. You can make it box shape. Okay. You can increase the box scale actually. It spread it something like this. Z direction. Sorry, this should be one. Okay. Why it is in this direction? G it should be 90 actually. 90, 90, 90. Okay. Where is the scale? This one, right? And here you can spawn them. So already they are spawning randomly. You can change the color if you want, or you can give a life color over lifetime. You can work on this color over lifetime. And we have gradient. What is this? We have gradient editor here. So it will start with one color and it will end with one color here. Okay. You can add some white to some red. Again, in between, you can add something else. Yellow. So this particle system, if you observe clearly, it will spawn and you can see red to yellow. Right. Okay, guys, if you have no doubts, then I'll do one thing. Let's implement this health bar functionality. Let's add a sword, add a collider to this sword. Let's look into this property. This is my player, right? This is my enemy. Anyway, enemy is having two different objects here. Let's try to add a collider to this. This my sword, right? Mm, let's add a component that is box collider. Okay, this is my box collider. Okay. Mm, people might thinking like you can add a mesh collider. Okay? You can add mesh collider, but it's costly when you're adding a mesh collider. Better to go with box collider actually. So let me make it 0. Let's see what happens. Position is fine actually. Not rotate, I guess. Rise and scale. And scale small. Okay. Then I will move. Okay. So here I will add the collider actually. Okay. To hold sword or in the tip also doesn't matter actually. Software is where you want to calculate. Okay. So now I'm adding a collider to this object here. Having a collider here. Okay. Okay. So now this collider whenever it is hitting, it has to get the information. Okay. So how I will get the information when this object is hitting? The collider is to this object, right? See? Collider is not moving at all. See guys, the collider is not moving at all. That means this is the wrong place where we are adding. Component. Shoot. Service, span, 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 okay, let's scale down this one. Okay, let's click on this. Don't worry about this collider. Let's disable this one. Click on this. Click. Here is our. So now see the collider is also moving. So this will work actually. Okay. This is the place where you need to add the collider. So the now next part is how you are going to calculate this collision where you have this. This is a collider, right? When this collider is hitting to the player, they need to find the collision. Contra your enter, you need to check on this object. How will do that one? We'll create one more script here. I have any script here. Add any script into this. And spot. Okay. Same thing. Configure and see. Configure enter. Okay, guys. So now I'll add the script to this word actually. Here is my sword. Let me add the script. Okay. And let's see. Anyway, it will travel towards the topic. Right? What is null reference? Interesting. Why it is not switching animation, guys? What will happen? Okay, the box color is disabled here. See, check player armature. Check player armature. Can you see, guys? So the sword, you can see that one. So now, fine. We are done with the collision with the sword. So the only part is left with is the health bar we need to show. How to increase or decrease its value. That is the important point here. Here, the problem is this is an image what I have taken here. We should not take an image here. We have to take a slider. Health bar slider you need to take. So we have to take slider actually. Okay. We need to adjust the size. Reset. Okay. And let's see what happens. Scale is to this one. Okay. Checking it might take time. I'll do one thing. Um, okay. Try this one. Okay. Disable this. Click on this slider. Okay. This will have a value. Sorry, this will have a value. Okay. We'll try to order this one. This is fill area. Fill area. What it is? Fill area. We'll make it green, and the background should be red actually. Okay, the background should be red, and let me include this value. Okay, here we'll have option for this. Mm, Fill area and fill up to this. Okay, and fill area. Let me try to reduce the value now again. 0 to 1 actually. Okay, 0 to 1. Why is stopping here? Okay. Okay. So my health bar is also ready. Let's see. Now, whenever the enemy is hitting the player, we need to reduce this value. Okay. For that, we need to get the reference for this slider reference. Anyway, player is having player input here. So what we'll do? This is my player input. Character input. We have enemy script. We have player script. We have game manager, right? Let me know to which object I added game manager here. Right click, find reference. Let's see. First level, all my scripts. Okay, all my scripts. So anyway, we have a game manager here. Let me check this one. What I will do here, public game object. This my health bar reference. Okay, I'll get health bar reference here. And what I will do, like how I'm adding score, the same way what I will do, I'll add one more function here. Calculate health. So I'll be calling this function based on the value uh, percentage. So this object will be, this is my health bar, and whenever this is getting called, I need to assign this. So what I need to assign? Right? How can I access this variable? Which one? This green color part. How can I access this one? Where it is? Layer slider. So which property I need to reduce here in slider? Slider is a component what I required, and in slider component I have a property called value. Okay, this is a value I need to reduce. Okay. So what I will do now, first thing, initially it should be 100% health, right? For that, what I will do here, I will take a float health percent, like now, health value equal to Let me take. I need to do some calculations, guys. Here, 100%. So what I will do inside health reference dot, I need to get the component called slider. Slider, okay. Slider reference. Inside this, we have a value. And assign that value with health, health value. Here 100 means you can make it one time being the value is one what we need to assign it. Okay. Initially it will come up with full health. Okay. So whenever it's getting hit here, some percentage we need to reduce. What is that percentage? Health value minus or equal to the percentage. Again, we need to update the health bar with this value. Okay. So now I need to call this function anyway. I have a reference for this, right? This I need to call this function. I need to pass how much percentage of health I need to reduce. So here I have a sword. Anyway, this function is getting executed. So I need this condition. Same condition I'm using everywhere, guys. Okay. Simply call this condition, and whenever it is player armature, you need to call game manager dot instance game manager instance dot calculate health. You can pass a percentage how much you want to reduce, like 0.01 f. It depends how much damage you want to give to the player. It depends. Saving this. What else is required? I'm missing anything? Scripts. Where are my scripts? All my scripts. I need a reference. I need a health bar reference here. Okay. Save it. Fine. Everything is cool now. Very fraction value I'm reducing here, guys. So when you're collecting, you can collect some coins. You can put some health packages here and there. You can increase the health value. This fellow stop here. Welcome, man. Welcome. So whenever the spot is hitting, the health bar is getting reduced. Even for this slider, you can add a number value also. You can add a text property, add a number, so it will show the percentage even in numerical as well. It's up to us how we want to design actually. So scoring system we have seen here. Okay, guys. So finally, we're done with this as well. So insert chat, let me see. Ask others to join. Okay. Any queries? I can't see any messages. Any doubts so far? So let me know any queries, guys. If you want to know anything else, I'm here to help. So this is a place where you know to visit for every update in programming, everything else like we have a number of examples, tutorials, many things. But the basics what I have discussed from past 2 days. This is how to practice actually initially to understand what is game object, what is transform, what is text, what is collider. When you learn this all little bit small stuff, then you can make a big game actually. uh, People think here, especially when talking about virtual reality, it's here virtual reality, augmented reality, they think that is separate concept where you need to learn actually. I agree, concept wise is separate, but when you want to implement it in Unity, you should know first of all Unity. When you know Unity, then only you can make an AR application, you can make a VR application, then you can make a XR means is a umbrella actually, where it will have all the AR, VR, MR, actually mixed reality, everything. So whatever advanced thing are coming in the future, like it can be mixed reality or it can be next reality, whatever it is. First of all, you should know the tool, Unity tool, how to use, how to create an applications, how to run it. These are the basic stuff. Then only can implement any new function, any new whatever new technology coming to the market. Easy to understand, easy to work on that. Okay. Now, actually, currently, market is looking for people who are good at this XR related thing. XR, I say, it's not a big deal to learn XR actually. I say learning Unity is difficult actually. If you know Unity, learning XR, it's easy. It's almost done actually. Okay, guys, focus more on learning Unity, and now Unity is also coming up with what we say multiplayer related functionality. You can check. It's not stable so far. Still, they are working on that. This is not stable. Where it is multiplayer, networking. This part, and we have something called here new things like this one. You can see. Uh, I'll show you here. In Unity, if you look at the top toolbar here, toolbar. These are all toolbars. We have play application. You can pause it, and in right hand side you can see the layout part, layers, and you have your own account actually. You can check your account, and apart from this we have something called manage services. So Unity is giving a default services actually. It is giving some services where you can add ads in your game, you can check analytics, you have cloud build, you have collaborate. Collaborate is one of the beautiful feature in Unity, where this is like GitHub. This is like GitHub. So when you're working on a team, a project, when you're working in a team, okay, the everybody need to work on same project, right? You need to get all everything into one project. So designers will be working, developers will be working, many other departments will be working on the same project. So how you will work on say one project, everyone? So we generally use GitHub, where we'll share the project from there, and everybody will be working in different branches and will merge there actually. The same way, Unity is having its own Git actually, its own Git actually, that is called collaborate. Here, whatever I'm working here, the same project will be shared to everyone, and whatever changes he is doing, just you need to commit from his end. So right now it is in off mode. You need to enable it, and you need to push into your account, and from there you know to give access. The project need to be you have to give access to other team members, where other team members can be use the same project and they can work on different scenes Or if they are working on same scene also, no problem. You need to make sure that both are not working on the same file, or if you're editing, make sure that which is priority. If yours code is important means you can club it to in your project, otherwise you can merge to others code. So like that, collaborate is a beautiful feature. You can use it, or you can use Git as well. Simply install Git and push the whole project into the Git, and from there also you can work actually. But Unity is giving its own feature, suggest you to use collaborate. It's a good feature. And apart from this, like you can add ads, you can have in-app purchases, you can add in-app purchases in your game. You can enable this, and it's have its own API. You can implement it, and this is a new feature in 2020 Unity distribution portal. Actually, they are coming with new tools. Actually, they are upgrading this Unity. Okay, guys,
Yes, sir.
UI toolkit. Cool. Okay, guys, any queries, guys? Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed this session. Uh, it, you know, I was focusing more on scripting part. It was a little bit bored, I guess, but it required actually. See, when you start developing, you'll face a lot of issues. If you get one error, you can't move forward. That's the reason I implemented small concepts in front of you only, so that it really helps you guys when you are working on your own game. Cool. Thank you guys. Anything else? Any queries? Let me know. Otherwise, I'm done.
No, sir. Not from my side.
Okay.
Okay, then, sir. Should we end it?
Yeah, we are done with this workshop. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much. First of all, to sir for like spending his time and sort of giving up so much of knowledge, which is actually like pretty interesting, and I really loved it. So yeah, I guess it was the same for all the participants as well. So thank you to you guys as well for joining, and yeah, that's it. That's how it ends.
Okay, guys. Thank you, one and
Thank you,
all.
sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
Rajat.
Yeah.
It was an interesting session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye, bye, all.
Bye bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night.
Take care,
Thank
sir.
you for joining.
Bye-bye.
Yep.